everybody, welcome back. It's Lorna Reeves here, the founder of MyOhMy Weddings, and today I've got a wonderful topic for you. It's cake, and here's 3 things that you need to be aware of. Cake is not cheap. There's my headline. Lots of people want a real bargain when it comes to cake, but it's expensive. Butter, cream, all of the work that goes into it, and actually the design and making of your cake can take absolutely hours. So what you're actually paying for is the artistry and the quality when it comes to a wedding cake. You want it to be seamless, you want it to be perfection, and that unfortunately takes a lot of person hours. So cake is not cheap, and don't try and drive too hard a bargain. If they're giving you a cake, a whole wedding cake, for less than 50 quid, it's not going to be great. So make sure if you're going to have a wedding cake and you want it to be a statement piece, set aside that little bit in your budget for it. Number 2, size does matter. What do I mean by that? An impactive cake is usually a good couple of tiers, and usually odd numbers look best, most pleasing to the eye. So you're talking 3 or 5 tiers. But what you don't want is oodles of cake and spend an absolute fortune on your cake, but you've only got 50 people coming to your wedding. That's not cost effective. Top tip. You can have a few layers of cake, and you can have some false layers put in. False layers are polystyrene, and they are covered exactly the same way that you would cover a normal cake, and you can't tell the difference. But all it does is give you that extra volume and height, and creates big impact when it comes to your cake and how it looks on your special day. So that's an insider secret for you. I get people asking me all the time, how can we make cake a cost-effective inclusion in our wedding? And there's a couple of ways. You could have your cake as your dessert. If you have the cutting after your mains, maybe in amongst the speeches, the venue will take that away for you, and the caterers will slice that and can present it with the coffee. So you can have that dessert and save money on your per head charges for your meal, and then everybody gets a piece of cake as well. What that also does is guarantees that you're not wasting lots of cake, and you're not bringing home 50 servings of vanilla sponge, which with the best will in the world, and me as a cake lover would even struggle to eat that. What you could also do is have, if you're having individual cakes like cupcakes or individually covered, you could have them as your favours. So you don't have favours on the table, but you make sure everyone goes away with an individual cake at the end of the day. And you could have them slices of cake boxed and wrapped for people to take. You could even think about buying some boxes and have those slices of cake boxed and wrapped for your guests to take away and maybe enjoy the next day with a cup of tea while they reflect on what an amazing wedding day they have just been to. And finally, don't forget to ask about allergies. If any of your guests have nut allergies, or quite a common one is an almond allergy, if you're having a fruit cake and it's covered in marzipan, you're going to have a problem. So ask about allergies. Lots of cake makers now are quite comfortable making gluten-free and lactose-free. So they can always make either one tier or a tiny cake just for those guests with allergies. It's absolutely workable. Wedding cake's one of those things that people expect to see, but if you're not that fussed about it, don't spend thousands and thousands of pounds on it. Alternatively, if you want to make a bang at your meal or in your reception, a wedding cake, huge wedding cake in the middle of the room is one way to do that. So whatever suits you and whatever suits your particular day, you can find a cake to suit. If you want more cake inspiration ideas, head over to our Instagram page, instagram.com/MyOhMy Weddings, or over to our Pinterest board, same MyOhMy Weddings over on Pinterest, and we've got some ideas and some hot trends around wedding cake. And we also have people in our team that make and design wedding cakes. So if you want to have a chat with us about your cake ideas for your special day, do get in touch. Have a great day. Please do pop over to Instagram or Facebook and find us, and I'll see you soon.